Yeah.
Very special. Big show. On the final day of the NBA regular season, saying, why are the Hawks tanking it to play the Knicks? Why did they not play their guys against Miami? And you know what? You got what you asked for, Atlanta Hawks. And I'm not anti-Atlanta, and I'm not pro-Knicks, but good for the Knicks kicking their butt last night. 140-89 in a closeout game. A 51-point victory, sixth largest in NBA history. The largest halftime lead in NBA history, 83-36. Good. You know what, Atlanta? You could have been the 5 seed. You wanted to be the 6 seed, and the Knicks kicked your butt. Good morning, Smalls. Good morning, Courtney.
Good morning.
Good morning,
and
Evan.
yes, to steal from the Philadelphia Eagles, from our friends Pat and Pratt and Pat Costello. I really blended them together. That was BTA, what we saw last night. That was absolutely BTA. Good. That the Knicks handed the Atlanta Hawks 140-89.
Good.
Not close at all, a complete blowout. They annihilated them, and I'm with you. Good. This is what you wanted. I said in the open there, if you're going to try to cherry pick your opponent, then you better win.
That's right.
And not only did they lose, they lost in an embarrassing fashion last night.
So I landed, as you guys can see, I'm back home today in Chicago. I landed right before halftime. So I get out of my gate at O'Hare. I'm in Terminal 2, so everything's really teeny. So as you walk by some of the bars and restaurants, you can clearly see what the TVs are playing on the inside. And I was just glancing because I had, for whatever reason, didn't get any alerts about this game, hadn't been on Twitter. But I'm walking past a bar. It's like a Chili's 2 or whatever. And I look and I'm like squinting. I'm like, wait a second.
I like turkey sandwiches.
Is that what I think it is? That's not a real score. This is not a real basketball game, let alone a playoff basketball game. Are you kidding?
Mm-hmm.
It was so stunning, and I remember getting in the Uber, watching the rest of the game on my phone, and hearing something that Lisa Salters said was relayed to her from Mike Bray, an assistant coach with the Atlanta Hawks at halftime, that there was something the Hawks were not doing or not able to adjust to with how the Knicks were adjusting to them defensively in Game 4 or Game 5 that broke them. That broke them and was something that they could not recover from. And for an assistant coach at halftime or right leading into halftime to admit that to the sideline reporter on the broadcast showed you that they were never in this from the very start of this game. I know they had a 9-5 lead. Who cares? This is not a basketball game, let alone a playoff basketball game. And for athletes who are supposed to be able to quickly take what happened in one game, flush it, and move on, I think it shows you that that's a very difficult thing to do at the highest stakes of competition, even though it's game 1, but it was the first round series, it was a closeout game. We've never seen anything like this before, and hopefully, for the sake of all of us, we never see anything like this again.
Yeah, again, it's weird for me and for you, Smalls, and for Courtney. None of us are Knicks fans.
No.
But to sit here and actually celebrate what the Knicks did because of our frustration and anger of the be careful what you wish for part of this, right? Led by the Knicks, led by 47 points at halftime, largest in NBA history. This is playoffs. Led by 53 points through 3, largest in NBA history. Largest lead was 61 points. That was the largest lead by any team in a playoff game since the play-by-play era began in 1998. Good. Atlanta Hawks, you asked for this, and you got this, and you deserve it. And you know what? The Knicks fans may be a little bit too happy. Like, they should be happy today. And I think that they should think they're going to the finals. Absolutely think they're going to the finals, and they're the best team in the East. But there's a part of this that I wonder if they're a little too happy. Look around.
Too happy.
Yeah. Look around the studio. Okay. Cece's off.
Yeah.
Okay, normally someone else sits over there.
Rob Lorenzo?
Where's he?
I don't know.
You know where he is?
Where?
He just texted me because he's late today. Why is he late? I can't make this up. My train is delayed because a Knick fan had to get escorted off from being too drunk. Absolutely dead hammered, calm drunk, but just falling asleep on people from going out last night. This game was in Atlanta.
So?
Meaning this guy was not at Madison Square Garden or anything like that. But Knicks fans, see, we have to throw a little cold water on this.
Okay.
Are they too happy? Nuno, are you too happy as a Knicks fan? Okay.
Okay. Because people are celebrating this, you are going to say they're too happy?
I'm just wondering.
This is a fan base.
Oh.
Hold on.
That's
Let me
not
finish
Cam
this.
Pat. That's actually Pat.
That's actually Pat. And I, of course, want to hear from our resident Knicks fan, Nuno. But if you're a fan base that went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. You fire your head coach who got you there. And the reason that you do that is because you think that from a personnel standpoint, you have what it takes to get to and win a finals. Your owner, your governor, comes out at the beginning of the year, doubles down on that and says, this is a team that needs to get to and win the finals. And then the way this series starts out, you have some questions. You're worried about your squad, especially this Atlanta Hawks team. They were hot coming into the playoffs. They had a bunch of newcomers. They were feeling really good about the way that their season had evolved, and they took it to the Knicks at the beginning of this series. So if you're a Knicks fan and you watch what you saw last night, you're like, this is what this team is capable of. And I'm allowing myself to go there because that's what the organization has told me. They have told me that this team is good enough to get to and win a finals. And I saw a very good example of that last night. So I'm going to defend Knicks fans. They should be really excited this morning.
Well, the way you said it, yes. They should be able to get to the NBA Finals. Like, they should be the favorites in the Eastern Conference right now with the Celtics going to a Game 7 against the Sixers, which we'll get to in a second. But let's go to Nuno and Pat on this because Nuno is a diehard Knicks fan. Nuno somehow was worried up 49 points last night.
I couldn't believe that
text. He sent a text to us like, I'm a little worried. I said, yeah, 49, a little tricky for teams.
No. I wasn't worried that they were going to blow the game, but I was worried about, and we talked about this earlier, Ev, that the chippiness, right, the Hawks wanted to be quote unquote physical, but they don't know what physical basketball is, especially in the playoffs. They started getting dirty, right? And then like right after that, I think it was that right when I sent that text, then we had the Mitchell Robinson, Dyson Daniels thing, right? Like,
who in their right mind is messing with Mitchell Robinson?
Exactly.
Well, what is it? Dyson Daniels, great player. Mitchell Robinson would kick your you-know-what. Don't mess with Mitchell Robinson is a monster. This is like, he's like this, what is it, like old man, like not old man strength. I mean, but he's like an outdoorsman.
He's Country Strong.
Country Strong, thank you.
Is.
Great movie. You ever seen Country Strong?
Who's in it?
Gwyneth Paltrow and Tim McGraw.
You know,
Are there cell phones in it?
I'm a good girl.
I happen to love that movie. It's a great movie. But go ahead.
Country Strong.
Yo.
You know, this is where Knick fans enjoy this, right? And this is a message to Harry Douglas, who I heard might have called out sick tonight because
really?
he can't handle that. He couldn't handle that BTA.
Wow.
But it's like, but no, like all of a sudden, Hawk fans. Oh, the Knicks get all the whistles. Reggie Miller is a homer towards the Knicks.
What a ridiculous critique that is.
Like that type of
Reggie
stuff.
Miller.
Like, no, you know, and Jalen Brunson said it, you know, yesterday after, you know, post game. Hey, like, it's one game. We move on tomorrow. You win by 1, you win by 60. That type of thing. Will you enjoy it? And the reason I'm excited is based upon the last 3 games have shown us a different Knicks team. You know, they've gone with Karl Anthony Towns as their forward, by the way, as Courtney said. Hit the prop again, you know, over 5 assists. You know, over 5 assists. Like, that's the way the basketball they're playing, it's the one that can give you hope versus like kind of, and I got to give Mike Brown credit. I fired him I don't know how many times.
We had many conversations.
And exactly. And he was great. And, you know, like, he made adjustments. Oh, by the way, it was the anniversary of, you know, he got into that melee. I would prefer not seeing him fall on the ground, like, during a melee. A melee kind of brings me back to Jeff Van Gundy, which happened to be the anniversary of that yesterday.
Okay, can we relax here? What are we doing here? What's everyone doing here? What's happening? Are we hanging a banner for a first-round win against the Hawks?
Pat, I'm with you on this.
Like, what are we talking about here?
Nuno, I agree.
We're acting like we're going to throw a parade because they won a first-round matchup against a team that they should have beaten anyway. The Hawks shouldn't even have been in the series.
Pat,
what are we doing?
Wait a
it's
second.
the Hawks. People can't even name 3 players on the Hawks.
Okay,
they won like 42 games this year or something. What are we talking about?
36.
Wait a minute. Me personally. Okay, we can go around the room. What are we celebrating this morning with this? I am celebrating teams maybe learning in the future from the lesson of don't try to manipulate the system for a matchup if you can't guarantee you're going to win the matchup.
They manipulated it because they didn't think they could win in the first round no matter what. So they were like, which one gives us maybe the best chance? And honestly, it almost worked. So I think it
didn't almost work.
I mean, they won 2 games, which is about all you could look for from them.
Blue. I mean, come on. So what are you celebrating? You're celebrating the Knicks, Smalls?
I am celebrating that potential was met and that there's excitement heading into the next round. And by that, I'm going to echo what Nuno said. The past couple games, you saw a different version of this Knicks team that you knew they were capable of in the playoffs. So I am celebrating
they made the
their
conference
potential
finals last year. Of course they're good. We knew they were good. Like,
Yeah, but
why
they
is
were
this a
the
surprise? Why are we like,
they were
wow,
the-
the Knicks, what an incredible
I
round
don't
one?
I think two things can be said.
Wow, what a hater.
Smalls can be correct, which I think she is.
No, I am.
You are.
Thank you.
Because
Definitively.
they were the 3 seed, and the 2 teams above them shouldn't have really been above them. The Pistons had an enormous leap this year, their credit.
Did not expect the Pistons to be better than the Knicks heading into the season.
And the quote-unquote gap year, which it does not exist, we'll get to that, with the Celtics, those are the 2 teams ahead of them. Where I think we're kind of maybe headed for Knicks Cavs, which is kind of what we thought it could be before the season with the Jason Tatum injuries, with the Tyrese Halliburton injury, with Giannis and the Bucks not that good and banged up. Like, I thought we kind of were heading there, and we may actually get there. Courtney, are you celebrating any part of this morning?
No, I'm with Pat on this because if you reach the conference finals and then we're one series away from reaching the NBA finals, that's where you can start celebrating. The path to get in there should be expected. I don't know why this is running through my head this morning, but it reminds me of 2015 with the Chicago Cubs, a team that got to the National League Championship Series and then they lose. Next year, when they go and win the World Series, I remember as a Cubs fan, I didn't feel comfortable celebrating until I saw them close out that NLCS against Michelle's Cardinals. So I just don't think that, I just think it's too early to celebrate. However, like Nuno said, these last 3 games showed us what they were capable of. We got another playoff triple-double from Karl Anthony Towns. I'm happy that my prop hit, of course, for my best bet.
No big deal.
But it's too early, like for whoever the guy was that's delaying Rob's train because he was too lit last night celebrating them closing out a first-round series. I would say act like you've been here before because you were as recently as last year, but sports fans are going to sports fan when stuff like this happens. When there was a little bit of doubt that they might not be able to get out of the first round, you breathe a sigh of relief, you move on. Or in the case of some people, you fall asleep on the A train or whatever the heck he's on trying to come down to Hudson.
Who knew? Nuno took a train to work. Didn't know that. All right. Smalls, you caught a stray there.
I didn't because the Cardinals were not the team that the Cubs defeated in 2016.
Sorry, previous year. My bad. But
regardless, because I was like, I think I would have remembered that and still been mad about it.
That was unfair for me, Michelle. I apologize. But the point
I got indignant, and then I was like, wait a minute.
You got what?
I got indignant, and then I was like, wait a minute. Did that happen?
Is it? No.
I don't
That's
think
not the word of the day.
Won the
Evan.
week.
It's not the word of the day. Indignant.
Okay.
It's
You're playing with house money.
6-13. I'd say no. I say no.
All right. They're certainly not celebrating in Boston this morning. Knicks fans, you know what? We have a suggestion. If you want to drink, RK is the way to go because then you're not getting drunk